Ninja looks rough. I hope he's okay. I hope he's not hooked on anything. Man, every time I see him on here, he looks really sick. Ninja doesn't look healthy, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with everyone. This dude Ninja looks so unhealthy. I hope everything is alright. I haven't seen Ninja in a long ass time. Dude looks dead. Dude is minutes away from being skeletal. Why is it that every time I see Ninja on this channel, he becomes more and more sketchy? When you reach the top, the only place left to go is down.
There's one thing that almost everyone can agree on. Ninja certainly isn't what he used to be. At one point, he was what many considered to be a god. A master of Fortnite, a master of streaming, and in many cases, even a master of public image.
Anyone in particular that you've been impressed with?
All of them, man.
All of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
However, Ninja as a respectable pillar in the gaming community seems to be somewhat of a dated view, an opinion held by a minority of his fan base in comparison to when he was at his peak. And while Ninja's descent from grace has without a doubt been hard on his ego, it's also revealed numerous elements relating to his dark side. A clear decline in his physical health associated with what many consider to be a potential substance abuse problem, his descent into the madness of today's political landscape, including matters relating to race and privilege, and a dark, hidden, deceptive, incredibly fake persona, always pretending to refute ideas and actions that, when digging a little deeper, can be identified in his own behavior. When Ninja was at his peak, the controversies were few and far between. And honestly, it's not like that's very surprising. How much controversy are you gonna find when investigating a dude who's so careful about his public image that he wouldn't even play with females in Fortnite?
I don't play with girl streamers, man. Especially in the position that I'm in right now, dude. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. That's all it is.
Now, sure, he certainly wasn't the most liked streamer, mainly owing to the fact that he was simply one of the best players and therefore an easy target to hate.
Any chance, any excuse to hate on Ninja, sign me up.
But in terms of genuine controversy, Ninja was somewhat skilled at avoiding it. But as each social media began to decline in popularity, his personality also seemed to change from a genuine guy who would say whatever he was thinking.
You're averaging 3 kills a game? If I'm gonna be honest with you because you're being honest with me, that's f***ing terrible. 3 kills a game is not good.
To a dude who seemed to be constantly playing a persona.
Do not pick on anyone. There's nothing funny about it.
And this is the first element of Ninja's dark side, a constant persona that's hiding how he truly feels about certain topics. There's a hilarious video uploaded by Coolia titled "Do Not Bully People, Ninja," in which Ninja is giving a monologue about how it's not good to bully people.
If your friends are bullying someone, you should tell them to stop. And if you're the one bullying someone, then you need to just stop.
Followed by numerous clips of Ninja bullying people.
You shut up when I'm talking to you! You shut your mouth!
And this kind of behavior is the basis for exploring the dark side of Ninja's life. It's that he's constantly saying things that are incongruent with his actual personality in order to appear as someone who he isn't.
He bottles it inside him to try and make himself look better, but I think this is really how he does act and how he really is. You know he's really not like that and he's putting on a show for the kids, but it was gonna come out eventually, and it has.
Take the don't bully people example. It's clear that Ninja is saying don't bully people to portray himself as an innocent person who would never do something like that to another player, but does he not realize that almost everyone is aware of his past? Everyone's seen the clips such as,
F you, kid. You're adopted.
Now, in reality, there's nothing all that bad about talking dirty to another person on a game when you kill them because it's simply a part of gaming culture. The pathetic, dislikable, dark part comes in when you begin to pretend to be something you're not. Pretending like you never did something in your past to save your reputation instead of just admitting that you've got an equally dark, toxic past as any other quote-unquote bully. This can also be replicated in more recent examples, like when Ninja went out of his way to discuss how he's apparently never said anything racist in the past.
Obviously, you shouldn't say, besides like that racist, which I never did and always hated when people would still do, and somehow some people still do. 100% not okay to say like that. But anyways, never said that anyways in the last couple of years. Anyways, I digress.
Which is once again another example of him trying to play a politically correct persona when his past tells us that political correctness really isn't in his genuine personality.
Those kids were so bad, dude. I'm so dumb, dude. I'm done with this game.
The fundamental problem as a whole here seems to be that Ninja is constantly trying to be something he's not, which leads to a response from the audience along the lines of
that you're just a piece of shit no matter what you do. If you try to be, if you try to make a change for the better, you're either fake or a sellout and then people just say that they miss the old you.
But Ninja fails to realize the reason people perceive him as fake is not because he's toxic, not because he's family friendly. It's because once again, he's trying to be something that he's not in order to appeal to an audience instead of just being who he truly is. People liked him most when he was the old toxic ninja.
That's what I'm talking about, dude! What is that?
Because they could feel that it was genuine.
I was so used to just swearing and saying whatever the hell I wanted, even, not really caring if I offended anyone.
And it wasn't just Ninja going out of his way to be toxic in order to appeal to the old audience.
Okay, so how's your pro team doing that? How's your pro team doing that? How,
This is the reason why people began to like Tfue more when he first started to gain popularity. It's that he did bully people and he did talk a lot of smack.
But I don't want to waste all my mats on this guy, when I know I could probably just shit on him.
But he simply owned it and was comfortable and honest about the fact that sometimes he was a bit of an asshole.
If Epic Games is watching my stream, go f yourself.
Tfue maintained this kind of attitude where he was unapologetic about his genuine personality, and as a result, he's had a loyal fan base ever since he blew up back in 2018. But going back to Ninja, an interesting question to answer might be, why did this dark side of his persona only seem to come into play as he began to decline in popularity? Well, when Ninja was at the top, he had no reason to pretend to be something he wasn't because people simply watched him for nothing but his gaming ability. He could be as toxic as he wanted, as nice as he wanted, as genuine as he wanted, and his viewership would not change at all purely because it was the gameplay that people were there for. But perhaps as he's declined in popularity in order to maintain relevance, Ninja feels like he has to play a persona of someone who his audience would like, such as the new politically correct Ninja, but fails to realize that this just makes people like him even less because the audience can tell that all he's doing is trying to put forward a certain ingenuine image, which overall is a huge component of Ninja's dark side. And this whole component is a basis for the next element of Ninja's dark side, and that's his bizarre foray into the world of politics. Not his political opinion as such, but more specifically, why is he even getting involved in politics at all? He's a gaming streamer. There have been numerous tweets over the last 12 months relating to Ninja standing with the black community, and his wife stating that Ninja does his part for white privilege and racism, but this just goes back to the previous point of being ingenuine with his audience. Ninja is a multi-millionaire white guy spending his time playing video games who also seems to be somewhat low in compassion, judging from the way he treats his enemies after he kills them. Who do you think you're fooling, Ninja? You're just making yourself look like an idiot because everyone can tell that you don't really care about these societal issues, and you're just saying words to maintain relevancy and keep up your reputation. One of the greatest creators on YouTube, Exerbia, summed this up perfectly.
You can jiggle and rearrange words trying to trick your audience into coming away with a particular feeling or sense, but they know when you're bullshitting or trying to be a smartass. I've heard this time and time again on YouTube and found it myself. If you make something trying to pander to what you assume is popular, people always know somehow.
When you post something or make something pandering to what is popular, such as the hot topic of racial inequality, even the people who agree with you on the topic lose respect for you because they can sense the lack of authenticity and the fact that you're only posting it to appease your audience. On top of this, all Ninja is doing is alienating his audience and speeding up his demise because, as Sneeko said best,
successful people don't play any side politically because they're too smart to know that they'd just be alienating 50% of their clients.
Ninja argues it's not my job to educate kids who make racist and sexist comments.
Ninja's moronic venture into politics is simply giving journalists a reason to pin clickbait on him, doing nothing besides making Ninja's life more difficult while giving him exposure for all the wrong reasons. What all of this shows is that Ninja isn't a very genuine person. He always claims that he hates being called fake and that people just love to hate him because he's popular, but he's totally oblivious to the fact that he is fake. He's always trying to put on this persona based on whatever his fans want or whatever a hot topic is instead of actually just acting out his natural personality. And Ninja's fakeness has gone beyond just trying to constantly play a persona and has reached into the realms of being secretive about what's going on behind the scenes in his life. The final and certainly most interesting part of Ninja's dark side is without a doubt the decline of his appearance and physical health. The topic first became a point of interest on the 26th of January 2021 when a screenshot from a recent stream of Ninja's went viral on Twitter.
Ninja don't look too good. I think the league will get worse. Is something wrong with Ninja? He looks kind of sick, and if that's the case, I hope he'll be okay. Why does Ninja look like the Yes Honeybee?
The concerns seem to be somewhat valid because when watching a video from literally only 10 months ago,
I'm proud of how I handled myself. I showcased myself, and obviously just continue to work hard and grind.
We can see that his physical decline has been somewhat rapid, and with such a rapid decline, his fans have speculated that the cause may be more than a simple nutrition problem.
I'm not sure the ingredients in Red Bull are good. This dude looks like a straight addict. Lol, Ninja looks so pale and rough. Looks like one of them dopeheads that look dead walking around my town sleeping while walking. Ninja looks like he's really into drugs or something. He's looking super rough, and he just looked a lot happier in his early days.
Various websites also began to spread a somewhat similar message of Ninja leaves fans worried with sickly physical appearance. And meanwhile, over on Reddit, almost everyone seems to have a somewhat similar opinion relating to a possible substance abuse problem.
You know that look where celebs get big and end up looking real rough compared to a few years ago? I just saw a video showing Ninja's face and was surprised. He looks completely changed, maybe even unhealthy. Anyone watch him frequently? Is he doing okay otherwise? I'm late here, but I just so happened to turn on Ninja and couldn't help but notice his appearance. Looking at him now compared to only 2 to 3 years ago is insane. He looks ungodly skinny, he's constantly fidgeting, and he has scars.
Former professional Call of Duty player Adam Killer Sloss said that nobody talks about performance-enhancing substances because everybody uses them. The reason Killer had to retire from professional gaming was because without the substance abuse, you simply couldn't keep up with the other players who were doing it. And this certainly wasn't the first time a pro had made a claim along these lines. Back in 2015, after winning a $250,000 CSGO tournament, pro gamer Semphis credited much of the tournament win to the use of performance-enhancing substances.
We were all on Adderall. Like, it was pretty obvious, like, if you listen to the comms, people can hate it or whatever. Everyone
does Adderall at ESEA LAN, right?
Yeah.
Is there a possibility that Ninja has had to take a similar path in order to become a pro on Valorant? Ninja isn't stupid. He knows that the reason he blew up on Fortnite in the first place was because he was simply the best player. And in order to become one of the best players in Valorant, it's certainly a possibility that Ninja is cutting corners and losing his physical appearance in the process. The overwhelming theme of Ninja's dark side appears to be a general lack of authenticity, constantly playing a fake persona that he thinks will appeal to an audience, pretending to care about social issues in order to gain virtue signaling points from his departing fan base, and a lack of transparency with what's going on behind the scenes in relation to his physical and mental health. Ninja seems to have some dirty skeletons in the closet, being hidden in order to maintain his personal image. But with a declining fan base, we really have to question whether or not this is such a good decision for his career.